My name is Richard Torres. I'm actually the Sifu here. Sifu means teacher in Chinese. So I'm the instructor, the head instructor and the owner of the school here that teaches Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune. I opened up the school because I was actually teaching from my garage. People were approaching me and asking me to teach, but then it got too crowded. So then we opened up this school here and they followed me here. So Bruce Lee started with Wing Chun Kung Fu, which he called Gung Fu, Cantonese version. When he got into a real fight in Oakland, when somebody challenged him, he realized that he needed to go beyond style. So he started looking for more of a free-form art, and he realized that boxing, American boxing, Western boxing as we call it, was it. So he started looking into Western boxing, and he thought, this is it. I'm gonna basically use a lot of the elements of Wing Chun, elements of boxing, and elements of fencing, and create my own art. And the reason we do this is because when you're I'm pak-sowing here, he can get out of this pak-sow. It's only a temporary trap. You can get out, swing gate, and hit me. This is why you learn that real quick. You feel it, you don't see it. Jeet Kune Do is more of a martial art, non-traditional art, martial art system that's more realistic as far as self-defense is concerned. We don't teach traditional martial arts. In other words, there's no forms or katas that a lot of the traditional martial arts do, so you can get a higher rank, you have to learn so many forms and so many. We don't do any of that. We train more like boxers, so we're constantly drilling. And, when we spar, we have to put on all this equipment because the sparring is a little more realistic than your average sparring.
I was so out of shape, and it was 3 minutes. First time I ever sparred was with Sifu. 3 minutes. And I was like, okay. And it was like 2 minutes and 59 seconds already. I'm tired. I'm like, okay, I can't do it. But we kept going. But then after a while, you start to get used to it. But then especially when we go 100%, it's just like, you have to. You know what I mean? So if you can't do it 100%, it's fine. This is sparring. You can make mistakes here. Don't make mistakes out in the street. Right, because if you get hit in the face and you get surprised, and that's probably the reason why there's sparring, because you get hit in the face. Okay, you get hit in the face. You get kicked in the groin, you have groin protectors. Okay, we got kicked. But then it's not a surprise to us, but in the street, we won't be surprised because there's other dirty fighters out there. And it's just the fact that we have to not compete against dirty fighters, we have to survive. It's not to win, it's to survive. All right, so primarily when it comes down to Jeet Kune Do, it's your life. Oh yeah, I won the fight. Like, what did you win? Why? It's like, this is not a game. there's people out there who's trying to take your life, trying to steal from you, trying to kill you. People don't like know the reality of it. That's why sparring is very essential.
Jeet Kune is a very young martial art. It was founded by Bruce Lee in 1967, and he trained my teacher, whose name is Ted Wong, starting in '67, and then I met Ted Wong in 1990, and I've been training with him since, so until he passed away in 2010. So basically, the lineage is that my teacher's considered first generation from Bruce Lee, and I'm considered second generation from Bruce Lee, and my students are considered third generation from Bruce Lee. So Bruce Lee had two proteges, basically Dan Santo, and we're talking about in Los Angeles, because he actually had three instructors, one in Seattle, one in Oakland, and Dan was in Los Angeles. But my teacher Ted Wong actually trained with Bruce Lee privately at his home, not at the school. So he had Dan Santo as the instructor of the LA school, and my teacher as his private student at the house. And they always hung out together too. You know, they were both Chinese, and they enjoyed each other's company. So the two prodigies in LA were Dan Santo and Ted Wong. So Dan, you know, he taught Jeet Kune Do, but he started adding other arts to it. Whereas Ted Wong, he kept to himself for a while, but then when he saw where the art was going, he wasn't too happy. He said Bruce Lee's art was disappearing, so he decided to come out and teach the original art. He taught what Bruce Lee taught him. So he was able to represent the art the way it was taught to him, and he taught it to me. And I try to do the same. Try not to add or subtract anything, and just continue the art the way it was taught by Bruce Lee. Since Bruce Lee's gone and Ted Wong is gone now, you know, it's up to me to keep the art alive now. You know, and of course other students too, because Ted Wong had more than me. He had other students that he trained. So it's up to us as second generation instructors to keep the art alive. The Thousand Lotus Memorial Terrace. This is where Seafood Ted is. His remains are.
But the first time, it was there for like months.
Yeah.
They never took it out.
There it is. Beautiful. 2 bows and 3 bows. Okay.
You're just supposed to stick it somewhere.
Yep.
Is that why they get the food?
Yeah, right?
The urn is over there.
That thing that's somebody else's.
Oh.
Can we borrow a banana?
Yeah. For the public to use. Pretty sure it is.
I'm going to go with Nick. Nick said so.
Nick said so.
Okay. Everybody put theirs there?
I don't know if we're supposed to do this. Are we supposed to do this?
Yeah, let's do
Who's Asian?
My abbot came here before.
Who's
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm listening to Nick.
Nick said I could do this.
Sign of respect. So, Sifute, you may be gone, but we still remember you. Thank you for your teachings, which now has gone from me to all these guys. Right?
Thanks.
Carry on.
Yeah. From Bruce Lee to Ted Wong, me to you guys.
One day I'll be bringing my students.